And so the weekend continues.
I was not expecting that.
I know you weren't. I'd never tell you anything I wouldn't do. It ruins the whole surprise. Hey, everybody, who we got in the house here? Um, let's see. We got Helen. Hello, Helen. Hey, Dylan. Hey, Laura.
I'm, I'm not.
Charlie.
I'm not gonna say what that thing's nose looks like,
Oh, I
but
know.
yeah.
That's called a proboscis monkey. I looked it up after we did it that one time. No, it looks like a deflated testicle hanging from his forehead. I mean, I can't think of any other way to describe it. You know, I mean,
Hello. Hello.
uh,
Oh my goodness.
and Dad popped up. Why is Cam laughing like a drain? I've never heard a drain laugh, but I don't know. Have you ever heard a drain laugh? What, Natalie? Oh, what the fuck? That's that's after bodacious after a heavy night of drinking. Looks like a tongue hanging there with dangling bits there. Well, not exactly a tongue of what I was thinking it was. More like all right, let's get to it.
Oh
Okay,
goodness.
so I came in at deflated testicle. I can see how tonight's going to be. Oh my god.
This is just a radio show. Part two.
Yeah, that's all right. I had this lined up too.
Where do you find this shit?
These pop up on Facebook. Yeah. Of course, we all know the head up the ass one.
Yeah.
And if we go
Oh.
down to video, which we'll be going to here in a minute, we have
Stop for attention, the person. Shame.
anyway, and trust me, I do not I am not I'm as straight as an arrow today. I'm just tired. It's fun. Last night was a blast. For you guys who missed our radio show last night, oh
Oh.
my god. It was a good one. I got to laughing so I don't even remember what I was laughing at anymore.
If we were on a mainstream television network, they would have canceled the show months ago.
I know the comments that come through, unbelievable. I'm glad everything that happens in Discord stays in Discord.
Yeah, if this squad could talk, we would be locked up.
All right, guys, got some stuff, got some cool stuff planned today. I got some videos. So what I've got today for videos, I got a couple. I've been trying to go through all the ones of Gates and Graceland. So we got those and a couple of those, and we have some more of the audience recordings for a couple concerts. For those of you who go back and try to replay some of the other ones, I kind of put them off on unlisted for right now, and then I'm going to decide whether I'm going to edit them out. I haven't gotten any more complaints like I did the time, so I might just let it roll and take a chance. Anyway, so I got a concert from March 20th, 1976 at Charlotte, North Carolina. And, ooh, you know what? I wonder if Patty's in the house. She may have been there. That's where she's from. She saw Elvis. Anyway, and then we got opening night, August 19th, 1974. Elvis in the peacock jumpsuit.
Oh.
And they're pretty good. You know, they're not as good as some of them have been, but it's kind of cool still to see, how he was. There was no vamp. There was no vamp. Okay. Anyway, We got those. I got some more of the stories, and then of course, like I said, the Gates of Graceland, and we could talk a little bit about Epic. I think pretty much a lot of people have really been able to go see it. So I'm hoping everybody has that's been able to. All I've heard, I saw the first kind of a negative review today, and this guy's an ass. He didn't. He obviously didn't see any of the trailers, any of the things that Baz had to say about what's coming up, because he goes in there and he says something like, well, there was only like 15, 20 minutes worth of new stuff we'd never seen. Doesn't seem like it was worth all the trouble to do this. Did he not see the increased quality of the movie? Did he not hear the increased quality of the soundtrack? Did he not realize that he just watched a movie that was 100% pure Elvis, visual and audio? What a I,
I think sometimes people just make dumbass statements like that just for notoriety. But
yeah, to get a rise. Yeah.
yeah, in actual fact, they out themselves to be greater idiots than what would automatically be assumed when they make statements like that.
Yeah, there was a comment too. I put out a video of it's actually a part one and part two. They're two short videos, and it's some fans hanging around his gate and all that. Well, I didn't want to use the music that was in the background because I in order to get 3 minutes of a short video, um up to 3 minutes, is I can't have any music in it. So what I did is I took an old interview. It's like a 5.5 minute interview, and I split them. So I split everything in. Anyway, long story short, I guess there's some remark, and I haven't. I got to go back and listen to the interview, but this remark was made by Elvis. They were talking, and they were, I don't know. There was something about a young girl that, and you know how Elvis talk. There was this young girl, and there was young girl this. Nothing about age, right?
Hmm.
So I'm going to find what he said, because and then I'll tell you my response, because it's just like fucking ridiculous. These ass wipes that, I'm sorry, they just piss me off. These idiots that just, like you said, they want to stir the pot, and
Yeah.
so I give him his little, little bit. Let me find him. Let me find him here. My shorts. I'm not. I'm just going to read it to you, because my videos, my shorts.
It's, it's
I
like
mean,
Charlie says, you can't fix stupid.
no, you can't fix stupid. What would you do if you had a brain? I've got that soundtrack somewhere, don't I?
Mm.
Oh, here we go. This guy. So this Andrew Davis. I hope you're listening today, or you listen to this, because I'm going to just call you out. He says he said he was seeing a little girl over there. Oh, that's what it was. He was talking about Priscilla. Of course, he combined it all. Hate to say, red flag goes up. That's his comment. He said he was seeing a little girl over there. It was an interview during about the time he came back from the army, and nothing about age or nothing like that. And so I just come back. I said, you really need to educate yourself on Elvis before making asinine comments. I said, I bet you think Taylor Swift can sing.
You know, the irony is, I've never even been within 10 feet of the South, but even I know that's how the people in the South talk.
Yeah, it's just that's the way they talk. And, it's always been that way ever since. My dad used, because I grew up in Los Angeles, so I didn't have that Southern type of way of talking, but my dad did. And I picked up a lot of stuff on it. You know, they're just, it's like their language, their perceptions are the only ones that exist. Let me be an asshole here. Let me go ahead and just throw it up here on this comment. And I've always got a nice remark back, but sometimes I'll just delete them. If they're really nasty, I won't even give them this time of day.
So
Um,
those people indirectly are saying everything that they say has to be taken literal.
yeah, yeah. There was this one guy. He had the weirdest freaking. I used to been blocked for years, His name was something like Bawana Wana Bawana, whatever. It's just a weird ass name. He was a big Frank Zappa fan. But every time I posted something about Elvis, he would tear into him about being a racist. A racist this, a racist that, racist this. And I got in an argument with him. And this is when I first began. And I kind of learned how to handle these people. Finally, I just said, fuck you. And I gave him enough time to read it. And then I blocked him. And he's been blocked ever since. I see him pop up every once in a while on other stations. But anyway, we have a little bit of a group here. It's nice. And I think I'm going to start off with the stories because I want to get into the videos afterwards. We got a few videos, and I think you're going to really enjoy them, especially the audience recordings. And let us know if you hear us pretty good because we were a couple minutes late because we were having difficulties with echoes, and then we were able to figure it out pretty quick this time. Sometimes we wind up throwing laptops across the room because we can't figure it out. And I don't know what kind of fool would do that, but that would be me. All right, let's go to screen share, and I'm going to share a few stories from the book. I really enjoyed the stories from this book.
Yeah.
Oh, the other thing is I'm working on I've had a conversation with someone about the 30 Pieces of Silver book. And we're not we oh yeah, if it depends upon the time I do it, whether I'm hoping Cam will be a part of it, but I want to get through this book because it's such a freaking long book. So I'm gonna kind of do a little bit of a separate type of, I don't know how I'm gonna do it. But this book is just really, it puts down that Elvis what happened. And I've read about 2 chapters of it. I'm started the 3rd chapter this morning. It's pretty interesting. This woman did her homework. And it's a funny thing is she grew up being taught, she's an African, I don't know if she's African American or where she comes from another country because I don't know I didn't really read her bio that well. I think she is from the States, but she grew up in an environment where her parents or her mother taught her that you don't ever listen to Elvis music. He's a racist. He stole music and all this stuff. So she grew up this whole time like that, with that perspective. And then I guess one day she was just like, she said one day she was like laying in bed late at night, and he came into her mind, and she started thinking about it. So she decided to do the research. And I'm telling you right now, that woman's an Elvis fan. But she said that the only books, there's a couple books that she said that are true to Elvis. Is the book by Gene Smith, Elvis's Man Friday. She said that the book by Robert Cantwell, his sheriff from Denver. And she said his book is really, it's just states facts. It's none of this gets into this, this other crap. And there was a couple of others too. Scotty Moore's book, because Scotty Moore kind of puts down some of the rumors too of things. And I think she said Linda Thompson, but I'll have to go back and look at it. Don't hold me to that one. But anyway, I'm excited about doing it. So I want to try to get that rolling pretty soon. When I'm going to do it, I don't know. I guess I'll squeeze it in between lunch and my I don't know, my afternoon nap somewhere along Gatanga, my friends. Banjo Paul is in the house. All right, so let's go to this book. I think you guys will enjoy these stories. Window stories. And layers. Screen sharing should be right up there. There we go. So I think I got 5 or 6 stories. This was going to be the longest one, but they're really cool. There's like 200 or 300 stories in this book. So this will be a nice little feature we can do. I've been doing them on Saturdays and coffee date. And I don't know. What do you think? You think they've been pretty good stories, haven't they?
Yeah, there's been some interesting stuff.
Yeah, some we've heard before, but there's some that are like, there are some that were like, I don't know if I believe that. But anyway, it seems to be true to Elvis at least. Let's talk about technical problems. I'm ordering me a new cable tomorrow for my headphones. All right, so let's get going. Let's do this. The Parker Agreement. Talk about interesting topics. This will be called the Parker Agreement. I don't know what his main voices lately. So before Elvis Presley officially signed with Colonel Parker in October 1955, Vernon and Gladys Presley were hesitant. I think he actually signed in November, but I may be wrong. Parker's background in carnival promotion and aggressive artist management made them cautious. They worried that their son, young, trusting, and suddenly in demand, might surrender too much control of his future. And that's kind of depicted in the movie Elvis a little bit,
Mhm.
her feelings about him. Parker, however, was a master persuader. He understood the Presleys' financial realities and their hopes for Elvis. He emphasized that success required investment and professional guidance. To Vernon, who had struggled to provide steady income for his family, the promise of security and opportunity carried enormous weight. Gradually, Vernon warmed to the idea. Gladys remained skeptical. Fiercely protective of her only surviving child, she was not easily swayed by financial arguments. Recognizing this, Parker arranged a dinner that included country stars Eddie Arnold and Hank Snow, an artist Gladys admired. Snow spoke candidly about how Parker had helped advance his own career and suggested that Elvis deserved the same opportunity. Tracy, back before the woke virus, men were complimentary towards women. We didn't feel object. Yeah, yeah. Thank you, woke. All right. So at one point, Snow reportedly asked Gladys whether her affection for his music had anything to do with Parker managing him. When she admitted it did not, Snow replied that Elvis's potential should be judged the same way. By October 1955, the Presleys agreed to the contract. Can somebody just kind of research that real quick if they can? What the actual date? I For some reason I'm sticking in my mind that it was November. Not that it's one of those things that whether the red pajamas or whatever. The original agreement reflected the era's music business norms. Elvis committed to a demanding performance schedule at modest fees, while Parker assumed control over bookings, promotion, and career strategy. Though restrictive by modern standards, the arrangement positioned Elvis for rapid expansion beyond the regional circuit. In hindsight, Parker's promotional instincts proved instrumental. Within months, Elvis moved from southern venues to national TV and recording stardom. August 15th, 1955. Hmm. Whether one views Parker as visionary or domineering, his influence on Elvis's early trajectory is undeniable. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's November. I got the contract here. I'll pull it up here in a second. The So Elvis moved from southern venues to national television, recording stardom. Whether one views Parker as visionary or domineering, his influence on Elvis's early trajectory is undeniable. Yeah, I we talk about this all the time.
But
You know.
that's what we've said all along.
Yeah. Okay, let me see. Colonel contract. What a beautiful boom, Elvis Parker. November 21st, 1955 is when it was signed. And of course, they re-signed it 2 months later when he turned 21. Oh, wait a minute. No, yeah, when he turned 21. Because back then you had to be 21 or have your parents' signature. All right. Men were more chivalry opening car doors, helping carry items, walking on the outside of the sidewalk. In other words, being protected. Yeah, that's how I grew up. I grew up with that kind of respect for never hit a woman. I never hit a woman. I never a few arguments when I got hit by a woman. The growing fervor of fame. In late 1955, Elvis's concerts were attracting increasingly enthusiastic crowds. After a show at the Cotton Club in Lubbock, Texas, on October 15th, he remained behind to greet fans and sign autographs. Even after changing clothes and preparing to leave, admirers continued to approach him. All right, somebody just said you've got an echo now.
Have I
Somebody,
got an echo?
everybody,
Yeah, there, I hear it now too.
say I didn't even touch anything. I don't know. I don't know. How bad is the echo? You're gone. I lost you.
It's about, it's not even a second, it's less than that.
After a show at the Cotton Club in Lubbock, Texas on October 15th, he remained behind to greet fans and sign autographs. Even after changing clothes and preparing to leave, admirers continued to approach him. I'm about to fling this fucking laptop across the room again. Because I can't hear it to fix it. That's the problem. And see,
Let me try something.
say something now.
Hello? Yeah, it's still there. Now it's worse.
Right now.
Hey, hey. Yeah, it's still there.
I've never changed these settings.
Hello? Yeah, it's still there.
What about that?
Yeah, it's still there.
Okay. I don't know. We either deal with it or we just shut down. I don't know what to do. I have no idea what the fuck to do. If I
Okay,
take
hold up.
cancellation, it's there, right? Say it again.
Hello? Yeah.
There's nothing I can do. Yeah, it's not. There's nothing on my mixing board I can control to change it because there's no. The settings are exactly the same. All right. Well, I'm not going to have them have to go through all this. So, as far as I'm concerned, I'm done.
Okay, wait, let me try. Let me try log out, come back in.
All right. Why does she have to do that now? Well, we're waiting on Cam to come back. So, anybody else got anything right now while we're waiting on him? See if we can get rid of this sound. It's the British invasion all over again. Twilight Zone. How about How about the X Files? Um, yeah, we lost him now. I
Eh, Better
Better
now?
now?
I never heard it, so I can't. Yeah, I can't answer that.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
There it
There it
is.
is.
I
I
can
can
hear.
hear.
All right, well, guys, if this ain't if the echo is causing problems, I'm not going to have you guys have to deal with the echo. I can't switch to a different studio because it's all we would have to shut down and open up in a different studio, and they'd have to log out like we did the other day, and log
Is
back
it
in.
still there? Oh, there. It's gone.
Charlie just said it's there. So did Jerry.
I
They're all,
can't hear it.
I can't. Well, I've never heard it. So
I can't hear it now.
somebody else say whether they can hear it or not, please. Now it's gone. Now it's gone. There you go. Okay, I'm just going to give you a fair warning. We had this earlier, and it just all of a sudden appeared again. So I don't
You
know.
know what it, you know what it was?
No,
On your share screen, the one that you're sharing your book with,
let me see.
on
Hold on.
on
Hold
your
on.
when I muted that screen's mic, the echo went away.
Yeah, but I don't have the switch on for it to play.
No, but when I muted it on my side, on your shared screen, the
Hmm.
echo went away.
Oh, I didn't know you had a mic for it. Okay. Well, now we know. But it's just one of those things. Like it's the same thing we do every time. But all of a sudden, okay. Well, I took off the share tab audio on everything. I always put the share tab for the window because we play music from there sometimes.
Yeah. No,
Anyway,
as soon as I muted your RJ share screen, the mic on that, the echo went away.
all right, guys. Let's see. Well, that was a nice 15-minute interlude. You know what we need? I'm going to tell you what we need right now. A little bit of dancing.
I could use a piece of chicken now to be.
There we go. All right, let's get back to the story. I don't think anybody wants a repeat of the Colonel Parker part. We need giblets. All right, guys. So the growing fervor of fame. By late 1955, Elvis's concerts were attracting increasingly enthusiastic crowds. After a show at the Cotton Club in Lubbock, Texas on the 15th of October, he remained behind to greet fans and sign autographs. Even after changing clothes and preparing to leave, admirers continued to approach him. Stories from this period illustrate the intensity of early rock and roll fandom. Young women often expressed their excitement in bold, uninhibited ways. Something new and startling in mid 1950s America. Elvis, still adjusting to this level of attention, alternated between amusement and astonishment at the devotion he inspired. These are just kind
I
of some
think
insights to what he was thinking. Well,
I think that
who was it that we were listening to the other day? where somebody made it was I think we were watching an interview or something. There was a remark that was made that they never even knew what their popularity was happening, what the effect they were having, because they were on the road so much. And of course, back then they didn't have internet. They didn't have the only thing they could do is pick up a newspaper, and most of the time they're just like, you're only going to get the local news. Well, you're going to pick up a paper of the local news from the day before.
Yeah.
So they never really realized how what kind of impact they were doing. All three of
Yeah.
them actually.
I guess if they only way they ha- only way they would have had some form of an inkling was if they were playing somewhere and there was like literally a riot or something. But I don't think, other than that, they probably 99.9% of the time they didn't really know.
I would almost say that back then in the 50, 54, wherever they stayed, I would almost bet they didn't have TVs in the rooms back then either, because
No,
TV was
probably.
just such an early. It was too expensive for hotels to put in.
Mm.
And it would have been so even if they got somewhere and they turn on a TV, and they had a TV, it wouldn't be really reporting news like that at that time, because they would be reporting news from the day before. They didn't have the immediate news right then.
Yeah. I guess the only time they really could make judgment was when he went on TV mainstream.
Yeah. Well, that was it. Yeah, that was the time. All
Mm.
right, preparing for Hollywood. As Elvis transitioned into film in early 1956, he became more conscious of his on-camera image. Before his Paramount screen test with Hal Wallace on April 1st, 1956. Oh my God, that's 70 years in 1 month. That'll be 70 years.
Jeez.
1 month from tomorrow, because tomorrow's April. Okay. He sought cosmetic refinements common among rising entertainers entering the world of close-up cinematography. He received dental work to close the gap between his front teeth and underwent dermatological treatment to reduce facial scarring from earlier acne. If you look at the pictures of him in high school, you can tell that he had acne problems.
Yeah.
These subtle changes enhanced his confidence and contributed to the polished look that would soon define his Hollywood persona. When the work was complete, Elvis reportedly admired the transformation. Always fond of style and image, he jokingly embraced his upgraded appearance with pride. Well, of course, when you're getting rid of some things that have always
Made you feel
bugged.
insecure, then yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard made comments. Well, yeah, well, he had a nose job and he did this and he did that. Well, you know what? At least he didn't go through and change himself looking, like some of these actresses and actors do. Look at Mickey Rourke. Holy fuck!
Gee, I don't know what he did.
I don't know. I don't know either. But I don't know. I think he was kind of going for the Hunchback from Notre Dame look.
But it's like that lady also that some German, she's a German model or something. She made herself look like a cat because
Oh my God! Yeah.
she has something like 75 or 80 cats or something. She literally went in with the intent to make her face look like a cat's face.
You hear those jokes about going out and you go to a bar, you're nice and sober by the end of the evening. A normal 10 or a 2 or a 3 would look like a 10, or if you what was I going to say now? I probably shouldn't even say it. Not that I've had
I,
any experience at that. You go to bed
I,
with Bridget Bardot and you wake up with Attila the Hun, or Cocker Spaniel. I
I would
trained. We're going to be in trouble here.
I would need 16 bottles of Jägermeister and 48 bottles of vodka before that thing even registers a
Yeah,
2.
that's what it was. Oh, she's a three beer. She's a six pack. No, she's a whole freaking brewery. All right. So a train ride in Memphis, July 3rd, 1956. On July 3rd, 56, Elvis traveled by train to Memphis. The colonel had secured a private compartment, and Elvis settled in with one of his favorite comic books. Midway through reading, a woman passing the compartment paused, stared, and apologized for looking. You look just like Elvis Presley, she said. Oh, I do, replied Elvis, trying to keep back a grin. She smiled politely and moved on, unaware she had just spoken to the very man she referenced. Elvis, reportedly delighted in the moment, able recognized yet still able to enjoy a touch of anonymity.
Sounds like something he would say. It's not like, oh no, but you're talking to him. He would, oh really? Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. A late night meal in Memphis. In the summer of some of these stories I've heard before. In the summer of 56, after an impromptu performance in Memphis, Elvis befriended a 13-year-old local helper named Robert Turner. After the show, Elvis invited the young fan to grab something to eat. Finding most restaurants closed, they ended up at a bowling alley snack counter, ordering cheeseburgers and fries. I've seen this picture. While eating, they noticed a man at the jukebox enthusiastically attempting to dance to one of Elvis's songs. The man, clearly intoxicated, stumbled but remained committed to the rhythm. As he passed Elvis's table, he slurred, "Man, that guy can sure sing." Elvis just smiled and said, "Yeah, I like him too."
His dry sense of humor.
That's funny. A moment at Radio City Music Hall. September 1956, Elvis visited Radio City Music Hall in New York City with friends. As they exited, one companion mentioned someone had been calling Elvis's name, but it was just a janitor. Elvis immediately turned back. The janitor, thinking he had been ignored, was visibly moved when Elvis approached him. The two spoke for several minutes, for Elvis' fame did not erase his instinct to acknowledge everyday people. Small gestures like this reinforced the impression many fans carried that beneath the spectacle he remained approachable. Hey, bye. Hey, buddy. There you go. He remained approachable. That's it. It seems like that story was kind of cut short, but I see the point now. Yeah, and
Yeah,
he
it's
did
like
that all the way till the day he died.
it's like he was talking in on tour also. He said that people always used to ask him why does he stop and talk to the janitors and the school teachers and never
Yeah.
the Congress people and the mayors and what. And he said no, because he don't talk to the mayors and the congressmen because they don't need him. It's the small people that need him.
Yeah, he just, who was it? Some of the guys around him said they never, ever, Jerry said he never saw him turn down an autograph.
Yeah.
You know, in
I
fact, the
mean,
only
can
time I
you?
ever thought of him running away from fans is right after a concert, trying to get away from the arena to get in a car before a mob of people rip his clothes off, you know?
I mean, how many stars of today would allow a fan if they catch a fan in the swimming pool or in the hot tub or whatever, say, "Oh no, enjoy yourself, just don't hurt yourself."
Yeah. Well, he would open the gates too when he was there and when he wasn't there. Vester would open it up, and let fans come out on on
Yeah.
property. I know that though he wasn't strange because when we drove from California to Atlanta when we were moving, we had a car, a station wagon full of. There were four kids, two cats, and a dog. My mom and my dad on a 4-day trip from L.A. to Georgia to get to while we were moving. Well, this was June, the middle of June, right after school let out. So he decided we were going to go through Memphis and drive by Graceland, which was exciting to me because growing up, up until I was 17, I never went any further east than Nevada or Arizona. So it's kind of cool. And then so we stopped, and the gates were open. I thought, well, he's not here, and he wasn't there. He was actually having a concert in Atlanta at the time we were there. And I thought,
Wow.
well, what a 2 weeks earlier we could have probably. Well, I doubt it. They were sold out. But people were wandering on the grass and walking around, and most people, whether they were there or not, wouldn't want anybody on their property.
Mm. Especially not in today's day and age.
I'm not famous, and I don't want people walking around on my property I don't know.
Mm-mm.
You know, I mean, how many years? I know that they had a period of time, but when they first built that big block wall around Graceland, that people were chipping off blocks and stealing blocks, and taking. Of course, grass grows back, blocks don't. But yeah,
Yeah, but I suppose that also, in a way, he understood where that came from. So yeah, it probably meant he had to replace a couple of blocks a couple of times until people realized that okay, that's not cool to do it, and then
right.
they just naturally stopped doing
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I think Natalie. I think the viewers are kind of tired from. It's been kind of a tiring week. We did the listen party on Tuesday, and that went 4 hours. Then I did the movie Wild in the Country. That went almost 4 hours. Then we had Decoded, or Decoded went about 3 hours.
Yeah, it was just over three.
And then last night's radio show went 3 hours, but it wasn't the 3 hours. It was the freaking night. I learned a few lessons last night.
Mm-hmm.
Measure before you cut. We had fun. A lot of good chat. A lot of good music. Natalie had her. We did the word of the day winners songs. Lily had 10 great songs. Natalie has everybody. Patty, Natalie, everybody had some great songs. So it's fun doing that. So we're going to keep doing that on the show on Sundays, and then of course we'll be back at Dakota next week. But now, I want to get back to this topic of getting in a discussion, because I can't really. This book really doesn't relate. The 30 pieces of silver doesn't relate. We talked about this when we first began. It doesn't relate to the decoded book. It's a different goal. It's more calling out the BS that's been written, especially Elvis, what happened, and then the revelations of the Memphis Mafia, and a few other books that was mentioned, and it's fascinating. I reread the prologue and more about the lady this last I guess it would be this morning. It was after the radio show, and I read a few chapters into it, and it engrosses you, and so we're working on having the discussion with you guys, and it's going to be one of those ones where I'm just going to take a few chapters and we're going to highlight these, because really I don't want to violate the copyright on that. I will do the same thing I do with Coded, where I take the chapters and I have them rewritten so that they don't violate the
The,
copyright.
yeah,
Um,
you basically what's the word? You're transcribing it.
yeah. So, but I also too don't want to take the chance of somebody hitting me up, and but also too, I want to show respect for the author too. So I did send an email. Why in the hell would she send me that message right now? It was a year ago we put Dugan down. Anyway, I'll get past that now. So, but I think it's good. I think it's going to be one of the most exciting books that we've done.
Mm.
But even though Decoded is and The King is Dead is great too. So we'll just I'll figure it out before tomorrow. I'll announce it. Now Kyle, he's going to he's going to give a schedule, but Kyle's going to do some radio shows this week, highlighting full concert albums that have been released. Even some of the ones that have, been like by MRS or FTD, some of those, or Sony. So I'll introduce that tomorrow. So it'll be kind of cool. I don't know what time of the days or evenings he's going to do it, but it'll be cool. So we'll check that out. Now, one thing I'm really excited about now is I woke up yesterday morning not excited about this because I had an issue with. You all know that Kyle and I are working on the app. So here's some good news for you all so far that live outside the realm of where we can broadcast to. We broadcast to Mexico, the United States, Canada, and the UK. And that's because of the copyright laws. But we discovered when Cam installed it on his phone in South Africa, he gets the radio station without having to get a VPN or anything like that. So that's exciting because what you're going to be able to do, I really can't, I don't have this set up to be able, but if you, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this. Can you see that?
Yeah, a little.
So that's the main page. You go there. It's Blue Moon Radio, and it will show. And they're pretty much. Let me see. It says right now, "Teddy Bear, Don't Be Cruel." Let's see if it's playing. Nope, it's a little bit behind. It's usually no more than 15 to 20 seconds behind anymore. So that's really cool. So you got the name of the song, which is more about listening. But if you scroll up, you can from the app request a song. This is the same thing Kyle did. It'll also show you some of the recent requests. You can join right here and do the Discord chat, all from the phone. So, and then what I did is I added a tab, and it will show you the schedule. This is pretty much a copy of what Kyle did. I had problems because I've never done anything like this before, but it's got the schedule. We'll have the schedule on everything that's happening on the radio. So I'm psyched. It's in internal testing now. I got to do it for 2 weeks, and it'll be available. It's a free app, no cost, nothing. It's so you'll be able to download it to your Android, and once Kyle's is done, it'll go to the iPhone, and then anybody that, and I want some people that are outside. If you have an Android and you want to do some of the internal testing that are outside, well, you can do it inside too, but if you're outside the boundaries that we can do it with just normal, let me know, and I'll show you how to do it. It's real simple to set it up on your phone and listen, and I just do updates as we go. I think we got a different discussion going on than what I've got going.
Yeah, I'm following the charts too, so.
Okay, well, let's do some videos. Let's get rid of that. Now that we've resolved echo, I don't understand why that button switched. I don't know. That's strange. Anyway, on that echo, I don't touch. I've learned when we've got things set and they're working fine, we don't touch a freaking thing ever. Awesome. What's going on here?
Have you noticed everyone that's gone to see Epic, they changed their profile picture to the Epic picture?
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, that's okay. I kind of like my my picture. If I could find it now, I don't even know what happened to it now. Chat. Oh, we got to go to the videos. That's right. There I am. I'm waiting for my. Oh, speaking of. Okay, take it. Go on. Headphones on. All right. So here is a Graceland Secrets of Presley Motors Part 1. Now I had this in the folder that said we haven't watched it yet, so I'm pretty sure we haven't. But let's check it out anyways. Thanks, Tracy. Yeah, I had fun.
Hi everybody, Tom Brown here with another episode of Gates of Graceland, and I'm at Presley Motors, and no, that's not a new car lot here in Memphis, Tennessee. It's part of the new complex called Elvis Presley's Memphis that is waiting on you to explore. If you haven't been here, it's a whole new experience at Graceland. All kinds of museums and exhibits that you haven't seen before, things that have been up in the archives. And one of the areas that we're going to take a look at is the automobile collection of Elvis Presley. Of course, we all know that all the cars...
Somebody mentioned to me if we've shown this before. I don't think so, but here we go.
No,
So much to Elvis world. There are automobiles here that you haven't seen before, and to tell us all about them, I'm going to go find Angie Marchese, Director of Archives. I'm sure she's somewhere around one of these cars. Follow me. There you are, Angie. And
Hi, Tom. How are you?
I'm good. I've never seen this vehicle before around Elvis's Graceland. Where did this come from?
This actually is the 1971 Pantera that Elvis owned. He bought it in 1974, and it's been on display at the Peterson Car Museum in Los Angeles. So when we were thinking, obviously, how do you like Presley Motors? Isn't it amazing?
It's gorgeous. I want to take one out for a test drive, but I probably won't be able to.
Not today.
Okay.
But when we were coming up with this concept of what the new car museum was going to be, we actually reached out to several collectors and people that we knew had Elvis cars, especially special ones that we wanted to actually bring here to Graceland to display here at Graceland for the first time.
Yeah.
This one is one of them that we got from the Peterson Car Museum.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
So you've probably heard this story before. You know, Elvis one day had all the cars parked in front of the house, and you know how Elvis was. If he was home, all the cars would be out front, keys would be in them, ready to go.
Yep.
Well, this car decided it wasn't going to start one day.
Uh-oh.
And so Elvis
Oh, no.
did what Elvis does sometimes.
Oh, I know what you're going to say.
He shot it.
He shot the car.
He shot the car. Yes.
Yeah.
And it actually still has the bullet holes in the steering wheel as well as in the floorboard.
Oh my gosh, credit to whoever got the car after this to keep that.
And not restore it.
And not restore it. Oh
Yes.
my gosh. So you've shown me.
It's part of its character.
You've shown me books that have been shot. You've shown me televisions that have been shot, and now we've got one of Elvis's cars.
Now we've got one of Elvis's cars.
That has been shot.
Yes. The only one I know of.
Yeah, the only one we know of.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So where's it been all these years?
You know, it's floated around in several different collections, but it's been in the Peterson Car Museum for years. It's been the pride of their collection. And so we're happy to partner with them to bring a few of their cars here that have great Elvis stories.
You know, I would think that a lot of and there are a lot of auto museums around the world, that you're not a real auto museum until you've got an Elvis car.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, so they're out there floating around.
They are. They're out there floating around. There's actually even one in London, you know, so they're out there. They're all over the world, and, you know, some of our cars have traveled the world. You want to go see a couple more that we got in the new museum?
I'd love to. You must be so excited to have this all new, first of all, this all new Elvis Presley's Memphis complex to put all your archival materials all around, but also to have space for all the cars.
Oh, it's amazing. And I mean, who else better to get a new car dealership than Elvis?
Let's go take a look at some of his other motors.
Okay.
All right. Ooh, beautiful car.
And you've never seen this car before.
Never.
This car recently has been completely restored, and it's been in our archives, and we brought it out just to put on display here in the new Auto Museum.
Wow. And what's the story? How did it fit into?
It's a Mercedes 600, and Elvis, it's a 1969 model. Elvis bought 3 Mercedes 600s back in the late 60s, early 70s, including a 6-door Pullman, which is like a Mercedes limousine, the one from Elvis on tour. And he bought 2 Mercedes 600s that were 4 doors, like this one. One was used when he accepted the 10 Outstanding Men of the Nation Award here in Memphis.
Right.
That was the car he used to get around in, was the
yeah.
Mercedes 600. This car was actually one of those 2 cars. It was used a lot in California. As you'll notice, it does have California plates on the front. Elvis did drive it himself, and didn't even know this fact, but there's only 2,700 600s made. So Elvis has 3 of the 2,700 cars made of this style.
Right, and how many are still around out of that 2,700? Probably not a lot.
Not a lot.
Over those years.
Not a lot at all.
So this is a car, so it's in California. How does it make its way
shot 'em
to
all.
Memphis? I have a feeling that Elvis says
Bring it to Memphis, guys.
to Richard Davis or somebody, hey, bring it to Memphis.
Bring it to
and
Memphis.
Then they're on the road.
That's the best part about the collection, is as we're going through documents and stuff like that, you can see where the guys were on road trips driving these cars cross country.
Because you've got gas receipts, I bet.
We have gas receipts.
You can kind of put the whole daily planner together.
Where they traveled to, where they stopped for gas, where they spent the night to get cars to and from California to Memphis.
Yeah. You know, one of the things I have to say that really strikes me as we come into the main room here at Presley Motors, the cars are down where we can see them. They're not like back up on pedestals that are so high. And the other auto museum was a great auto museum, but the cars really become more real to us when they're down where we're used to seeing cars like this.
Yes, the one goal for us when we were doing the concept for this exhibition was to not just repeat what we'd had for the past 20 years.
Right.
It was to make it different, highlight the cars in a different way, make them speak for themselves.
Yeah.
And so bringing them down to floor level, as well as letting our guests get close and personal with them. I mean, you can actually walk around most of the cars now, so which we'll do in just a moment. You actually get 360s, which before you never did.
Yeah.
So it was really kind of our goal to give you that little bit more closer to Elvis's vehicles.
And you must have been walking by this one in the archives for years.
For years.
Wanting to get it out there.
Literally, this car set this far off the ground because it has a hydraulic system in it that was shot. So we couldn't even move it because the bottom of it would scrape the concrete.
Yeah.
And so it was, for years, it was just covered up, but it's like, yep, there's the Mercedes we have, and one day we'll get it fixed.
Wow.
And so it has a whole new hydraulic system put into it, completely restored, not a new paint job. They just buffed out the paint to make it, sparkling. As you can still see, there's still some chips and stuff.
Yeah.
All original to the car.
Yeah.
And so, it's great to be able to actually, when it came back from restoration, to actually see it for the first time as an actual automobile that Elvis, literally drove off the lot in.
All right, Angie, I'm looking out over this incredible complex at Presley Motors, and I see a lot of cars, so where are we going?
You got a checkbook? Come on, let's go over here.
All right, I need a credit check first. Angie, do you have anything in a two-door model I could look at?
How about a 1956 Continental?
Ooh, that's nice. That's some white wall tires too, by the way.
Some great white wall tires.
Yeah, geez, that's
there
beautiful.
There was only 3,000 of these cars made.
That's the one I want.
Elvis buys it in Miami, Florida, at Miami Lincoln Mercury. The story behind this car, which you probably know its predecessor, is Elvis was driving a Lincoln Victoria on tour, and the fans found it at the hotel where he was staying at in Miami.
Lipstick.
The lipstick,
yeah.
The lipstick car, and names and scratched in paint. So he gets out of his hotel room and his car is like covered. And so,
like that scene in Loving You.
Exactly.
When the car has the lipstick.
Exactly. And so being a Lincoln car, he goes to the closest Lincoln dealership and finds this gem, pays $10,000 for it, uses it for the rest of the tour. He also uses it on location in New Orleans when he films King Creole. And there's a few pictures of a famous actress and him in this car, Miss Natalie Wood.
Oh.
When she was here in Memphis, this is what they chose to drive around town in.
Wow. I'm looking at this car, like I said, beautiful white wall tires. Back in the day when white wall was a white wall tire.
Exactly.
And it's almost another timeless car. I mean, you could drive it today and it doesn't really look out of place as a
It's
60-year-old vehicle.
No, it really doesn't. It is completely restored. So it does actually run. All you need to do is put gas in it.
All I need is the keys.
I don't have those for you. Sorry. You got to sign on the dotted line first.
Oh, yeah. Not on the line that is dotted. And you were saying this is back in the day when Continental was still
a Continental brand.
A Continental brand.
Yes. It had not fallen under the Lincoln brand as of this point yet. It would be several years before they actually became Lincoln Continentals.
Yeah.
So this is strictly just a Continental, but it was sold at a Lincoln dealership.
Right. Now, what would you give if you still had that lipstick car?
I would give so much money. If anyone knows where that car is, that would be a gem to add to Presley Motors, wouldn't it?
And I'm sure the lipstick might be gone by now.
I don't know. The last time I heard about it, the dealership actually where Elvis traded that car in had it on display there forever.
With the lipstick on it?
With the lipstick still on it.
Oh, somebody out there knows where that car is.
Someone in
Let
Miami,
us know.
you know. Look around.
Wow. I'm fascinated that Elvis's cars go around the world.
They do. This one has been around the world. Now, some people might recognize this car. When we first opened up our car museum back in 1989, this was one of the cars we had on display. It wasn't part of the collection. It actually was loaned to us. In 1999, the gentleman who owned the car decided that it was time to part with it, so he included it in an auction that happened in Las Vegas.
Right.
It went to Texas, and it was on display at a mattress store in Texas before it was sold to a collector in Sydney, Australia. So then it got shipped all the way around the world to Australia, and that is who we acquired the car from.
And now it's back in
And
Memphis.
now it's back in Memphis where it began,
where it should be.
where it should be.
Well, it's beautiful to see. I'm still fascinated that there's so many cars that you think you knew the cars, you saw them before, and it's just new experiences.
It
here at
really is
Presley
a new
Motors.
experience. You want to take a walk around the other side?
Oh, that's right. We can go all the way around the cars
All the way
now.
around.
Oh, this is nice. Follow us.
Follow me.
Wish they'd done that when I was there.
I mean,
See
you
now,
can-
that's what Elvis looks like coming at you right there. Look at that.
Exactly.
Can you see Natalie Wood
And Elvis.
and Elvis? And Natalie's probably sitting over closer to the
She's
driver.
probably more in the middle. Yeah.
Yeah, probably so. Nick Adams may be in there too. I don't know.
Actually, you know, I think he was on that trip.
I think he was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful car. It was really Elvis loved his music, but boy, he loved his cars.
You know, my favorite thing in the museum is the footage we have of Vernon driving this car around Graceland.
Guns, girls, and cars.
This is the snow car, isn't it?
It's the snow car.
The one that, if you've seen the clips of when the snowfall happened at Graceland, and Vernon's driving around. And this is
Exactly.
the car, and it's back now.
So being able to see that car drive around the driveway at Graceland and literally see the car here on display,
Yeah.
it's one of my favorite things we have.
Oh, it's great to be home.
Yep.
Angie, so many cars, so little
We
time.
have so much more to do.
Yeah, well, you know what we're going to have to do?
Part 2.
Part 2 of Presley Motors. Join us here soon. Angie Marchese, Director of Archives, thank you.
Tom Brown,
We'll see you back at the gates of Graceland. I'll drive.
I'll get the keys.
Okay.
I wonder if he can reach the pedals. You see how short he was?
Yeah.
I know Angie's tall, but I don't even want to say where his head comes up to. And he's just like, I should have left that on there for a second. We'll see him here in a second next to her. Here we go. Part 2, this should be. Yep, here's part 2.
Hi there, Tom Brown here with another episode of Gates of Graceland. Now, if you saw one of our earlier episodes about Presley Motors, you know that we ended that on a cliffhanger, that there were more cars to see. Well, I'm here to tell you there are more cars here at Presley Motors at the new Elvis Presley's Memphis, and I'm standing in what, at least I think, wins the title of most colorful car. I'm
In the
Angie
car
Marchese,
museum.
Director of
I'm on
Archives,
the
to tell me all
cliffhanger.
about it. I'm someone, a child of the 60s. I recognize
That's a
this
good
car
question, Brenda.
twice from the 60s.
And I recognize it from my childhood as well. This is the Mogul T.
Wow.
So it's 1966. You get a call from Paramount Studios.
Yeah.
You need to build a car for Elvis's new movie, Easy Come, Easy Go. And you're George Barris.
I was going to say there's only one person you call to build that car, George Barris.
So what do you do?
It's a mongrel
take-
T.
An old car and start there.
And you start there with lots of 60s accessories, incling lights,
Have you
vinyl.
seen,
Shag carpet.
have you
And shag
seen the
carpet.
Shag
keys
carpet,
to the
shag
mongrel?
carpet, and throw
I don't know, the dog took off that damn mongrel.
surfboards.
I,
in.
ca- I
And you have
can't
the car
get
from Easy Come.
I can't get the mongrel to start up.
We're going to take the mongrel out for a walk.
This is it.
This is it.
Heck yeah.
Now, being a movie car, Elvis never owned it. So it was just used for the film, and it was property of Paramount Studios.
Yeah,
So
Pat
the
Harrington,
car
Billy
sits-
Marshall. Yeah.
Gets a little retrofit, and then all of a sudden becomes the Joker Mobile.
That's the other appearance from the 60s I remember. So the Joker, Cesar Romero, is seated here with henchmen.
Of course.
He had henchmen
He
in
had
the car.
henchmen in the car.
And this, so they would reuse props in cars and movies all the time.
And
So-
clothing and everything.
Yeah.
They would reuse lots of things. And so this car has had an amazing story. Not only was it an Elvis's movie, but it also was a Batman.
Yeah, so it has two different
Two
fandoms.
different fandoms.
Yeah, what I love too is the attention to
Yeah,
detail
but it's
that
cool,
George Barris
Lori.
does that
It's
really
butt
never
ugly,
show
but
up
it's
on
cool.
camera.
Right.
You look at it, and it never shows up on camera until now.
Right.
You've got this is like a parachute ring,
The go-go button?
and the go-go button in case you need a little extra juice. You hit the
Yep.
go-go button. is incredibly tight inside because, again, it's about how it looks on camera, not how comfortable it is.
Exactly.
So where has this car been all these years?
This is actually also part of the collection at the Peterson Car Museum. They were gracious to loan it to us. It came out of their archives straight here to Presley Motors.
Yeah, they've got such a great collection there. I've been there a couple of times. They have a lot of great movie cars, so I'm glad they had this one.
Yes, then when we first talked to him about cars and Elvis, the Pantera, of course, was on the list, but what other car could we have to borrow from them, except the one from Easy Come, Easy Go?
That's right. And what I love here at Presley Motors is they're all, you know, like I said, they're down low. You can really see them. This one's on the floor, but it looks like it's chasing the one in front.
Yes, you want to go see that one?
Let's go see the one in front. Let's see if we can overtake it.
Okay.
All right.
All right, let's go.
I'm going to hit the go-go button. We leave the Easy Come, Easy Go Joker Mobile, and right in front is this vehicle that, as I walk and see it in the light, I don't remember seeing this color on showrooms.
This purple?
Yeah.
Because it was custom.
Of course.
That's why.
Yeah.
And there are also some other...
You know, I got to tell you the story, but this is how big of a fan my dad was of Elvis. All right, so it must have been this car. I'm not for sure which car it was, but he knew that Elvis had a purple car. So he went out. We needed a new car. It was a Bonneville, Pontiac Bonneville he bought. And so he went out to get it. My mom didn't go with him. He come back home with a purple. I wish I could find pictures of that. Our neighbors were like, "You're not going to park that on the street. You're going to park that in the garage. We don't want no huge fucking grape on wheels in front of our yard, you know?" It's just like, I thought it was cool. My dad loved it. We'd go out, him and I would go out the hardware store or whatever in that thing. But my mom, she had no other choice, but she had to drive that thing sometimes. Like, she hated it. She'd put on this big old hat. And it could be 70, 80 degrees outside. She'd be covered up with sunglasses. Everybody knew who she was. I mean, she had to drop me off at school sometimes in that little
little custom jobs on this Lincoln. It's a Lincoln Mark IV. Elvis buys this car in 1974. He only had it for a little bit, though, because it was one of the ones that he gave away.
It wasn't quite that purple.
And I wish he would have given me this one.
I was around then. I was just down the road in Tupelo. He should have driven over.
He should have just driven down and just, "Here, Tom."
I would have taken it. I would have taken
a 9-year-old Tom, here you go.
Insurance, no, I was 14. Insurance when I was 14 would have been something, even that would have been out of the realm. But it's such a normal, when you look around, it's such a normal looking car. People had these kind of cars, but like you said, it's got the Elvis touches in there somewhere.
It's got the color, it's got the custom trim work with your EP on the door.
Yes.
And if you take a close look inside,
look at the seat covers.
The TCB, and then on the
Even
back,
the dash is purple.
EP.
On the back.
So it's subtle.
Yeah.
Subtle customizations to it.
And pretty early in the moonroof category there.
Yeah, Elvis's Mercedes had moonroofs as well from the early 70s. So he was a fan of the moonroof.
Never known the difference in moonroof and sunroof. But
except moonroofs are opened at night?
I guess so.
I have no idea.
That's all. And I'm thinking that's when Elvis would have been out, so that would have been
at night. So it's a moonroof versus a sunroof.
Well, Angie, so many, and I see another little technology of the 70s here. We've seen
the automatic antenna.
Elvis was such a person of technology. You know, not only the oven that had the slide-out eyes,
or the microwave,
but the antenna that when you crank it, comes out.
Yes, it comes out.
You know, I just found the year. I just found it off the internet. It was the same year as this one, in the same color.
Jeez. now I can see why your mother didn't like the car.
He walked down there. I could never forget it because I went with my dad to go pick up the car and come back, and we were just talking, just laughing. He said, "I think your mom's gonna really love this." He couldn't have been any further from the truth. She hated that car to the fine. I think.
14-year-old, I just thought that is just unneeded technology right there. That's just going to break.
It's just going to break.
That's just going to break. But it's great to see it here, again, back with all its friends in the Auto Museum and Presley Motors. thank you so much
Here
for
at
what
Elvis
you've-
Presley's Memphis.
Here at Elvis Presley's Memphis, so much to see. It's a whole new experience. And if you've been to Graceland before, you've never been to it like this. And if you love cars, this is a place to be. Angie, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I have a feeling we may be back because I'm seeing a lot of cars here. And
There's
things
a few
are,
more we have to talk about.
And things are ever changing. You
yes,
said that
we're going to keep this museum fresh and be able to rotate exhibits out, rotate cars out as the cars are going in for some restoration work, and as other cars are being restored, we want to be able to share our entire car collection with the world.
All right, well, this is Tom Brown and Angie Marchese driving you through the gates of Graceland, and we'll be back soon. Thanks.
Tell you how my dad was with stuff like that. He went out and bought this TV from a local place. We needed a new TV. It was our first color TV we were getting. And so he went down and bought that, and we we were all sitting there watching it. We were like in awe because we got to finally see color on TV. And then like 2 weeks later, the thing quit working. And so he went down to the shop and said, "This thing quit working." He says, "Well, that back then there was good customer service and shitty customer service." Well, this guy said, "No, we told you had 10 days to decide whether you wanted it. If you didn't," and it was like 2-3 weeks later. So my dad got furious. So one night we went down to the grocery store, bought a big old bushel of lemons. And he set it in front of the store with this huge old sign, said they sell lemons, and the whole frickin' thing was covered with lemons, all chopped up, sitting on top and all around.
Oh,
They took it back.
clever.
All right, so I got these two concert videos. Well, we got one more Gates of Graceland. This is a story. It's actually told by Dick Grobe, which right now is not really one of my favorite people, but it's the story of a samurai sword. I guess that Elvis owned.
I thought you were gonna say it's a story of the samurai Peter.
Oh no, this is about the samurai sword secrets.
Ooh.
Hi, Tom Brown here with a special edition of Gates of Graceland, and as usual, I am joined here in the living room at Graceland by Angie Marchese, Director of Archives. And you might remember a previous episode of Gates of Graceland when we were here in the living room. And during the tour of the living room, we were going through some of Elvis's things in the living room here. And Angie was so wonderful to open up this cabinet here, and we found an item in there.
Yes.
You might want to take that and see if that's still there. I have a feeling it might be. This is the samurai sword. From an earlier episode, you saw us talking about this. We wondered about the samurai sword, and a few weeks after the episode went online, someone contacted me and she said, "My husband, I think can tell you the story of the samurai sword."
And it has something to do with Saturday Night Live, right?
You hope it does. You hope it does. Because how many samurai swords were around in the 70s? She's got this whole thing in her mind that she's put together. But we have a very...
Are you freaking kidding me?
No, the phone's echoing now. And I'm echoing again.
I have no. Did it just now start?
Yeah.
I just, you know what? I got the meeting on Monday with this guy. He's going to have to. Is that any better?
Hello? Yeah, now it's gone.
Okay. When it did that thing, it set it to a different out. So, all right, guys, let me know if it's okay. I got a list of things. If you could think of anything when I talk to him on Monday, let me know. Or you could join. Here we go.
Special guest joining us here at Graceland.
Echo's
Back where
gone.
he was head of security for Elvis all those years, for 10 years, from 67 to 77, Mr. Dick Grobe. First of all,
good to see you, Darren.
With our white gloves on.
White gloves on. Good to see you again, because we met out in Las Vegas.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
Now
So,
tell me about this sword.
well, this looks, now, because I never marked it, but it looks like the same sword that Elvis got. Now, Elvis was upstairs. He was getting ready to go to bed. He was in his pajamas, and I got a call from Harold Lloyd, who was on the gate. I was here as a security guy for that night. And Harold said, there's a guy down here in uniform that would like to see you. Well, I thought, okay, it's one of my fellow police officers that's come by, because we used policemen in every city we tried to tour in. So I went down to the gate, and here's a guy in a Japanese uniform.
Like a karate gi?
No,
Okay.
a military uniform.
Oh, wow.
And he's obviously an officer, because he's elderly, and he doesn't speak good English. So I brought him inside the gate, and he's carrying this sword, and I'm a little leery of anybody, with a sword like this. And he said, I brought this to give to Mr. Presley. And I said, well, why? He said, well, I was an officer in the Japanese military during World War II, and I want to apologize to you and to Mr. Presley for us fighting you guys. Wow. I'm really sorry about that. Well, that kind of touched me a little bit, And he said, because Mr. Presley studied karate.
I'm getting hammered.
And learned from Mr. Ed Parker, who was a champion in Japan in the karate thing. He said, I want to give this to Mr. Presley as a token of my appreciation.
Wow.
And I said, well, let me go up to the house and see if Elvis is available, because I know he's getting ready to go to bed. So I drove the golf cart back up here, around the back, and came in, went up and talked to Elvis, and he said, no, I'm in my pajamas. I don't want to have to get dressed to go down there. And I said, well, okay. So I went back down, and I told the guy, I said, Elvis appreciates that, but, he's ready for bed and doesn't have time to get dressed up and come down. I said, but let me take you in the golf cart. And I took him around Graceland, the grounds here, showed him the various aspects of it, and took him back down to the gate. And he said, well, give this to Mr. Presley when he gets up. Well, I kind of opened it up a little bit, and felt it, and looks like a real samurai sword to me.
Yeah.
Now, I studied weapons, but not the Japanese, so I really didn't know. So as I come back in, I'm sitting in the kitchen out there with Lottie, who was the cook at duty at that time, and Elvis comes down the back stairs. And he said, is that guy still here? I said, no, he left, but here's what he did. Gave you this. Elvis pulls it out.
Oh.
And he starts swinging it around like this. And it's like, because he's into the karate move with a sword, And I said, Elvis, you're dangerous with that. And I pulled my gun out, and I said, if you don't put the damn thing down, I'm going to shoot. He walked in here, put it into a drawer, and I'm not sure whether it's the same drawer, and that's the last I ever saw of it.
Wow.
And guess what? I mean, that's where we found it. It's got to be the same drawer.
And this was in late 76 or early 77.
Yeah.
40 years ago, I can't remember the exact date. But when my wife told me about this, and you too on the thing, I said, I kind of remembered. I said, I'm not sure it's the same sword, but I doubt it changed.
I think it's the same one.
But when Elvis was swinging it around, and he's even getting close to me with it, that's a little scary to me, because I bleed.
We all bleed.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, Dick, that's not the story you wanted it to be, but that
kind of, sorta. Elvis swinging a sword around.
That's true, but Dick, that's an even more amazing story.
It really is. It's more amazing than I could ever imagine.
I think because it's one of the very few things where somebody from that time period actually came here, still in his uniform, which was apparently well taken care of because it fit him, and wanted to apologize for the big war that caused a lot of people to die around the world.
Right.
And he was proud of Elvis going and serving his country and doing the military, and wanted to give him something that obviously sometimes meant something to him personally.
And Elvis, one of the first Americans to bring karate from Japan, and wanting to learn karate and using moves in movies that no one had done before.
And that was the whole thing. I mean, he was impressed with Elvis's ability. He said, I've heard Elvis's records and they're very good, but he's into karate.
And karate's about honor and discipline and
very
doing
much
the right
so.
thing.
Yes.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Very
Dick,
much
thank
so.
you so much for joining us. This is why I love what I do here with Angie, because there are so many items in this house that have stories, and to find out the story finally of this, it's been a great honor for you to join us here back in the mansion.
It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure to be back here in the mansion, and good to see Angie again. You, I'm not so sure about, Tom, but it's
hey, I'm
good
holding a samurai sword.
You got it. You got it.
I'm
going to give that
the
back.
samurai sword.
Thank you so much for having me here.
Thank you for
This has
telling
been
me
a
the story.
special edition of
It's
Gates
not
of
Saturday
Graceland.
Night Live, but it's better.
It's better. It
You
is.
got
Exactly.
it. All right.
Bye.
All right. So, everybody give me your opinion. Did you believe Dick Grove pulled a gun on Elvis?
No, he would have been out of that house faster than he could say "fuck Frankie."
It would have been easier for him just to turn around and run or walk out of the room. But
And you
I
see,
can't
that's
imagine anything could have happened. And there's a cop. There's a guy who was a policeman, right? He used to be a policeman, Dick.
yeah.
Dick used to be a dick. That's what they call cops.
But that's
I
the
don't
thing
believe he pulled it on him.
that's the thing with Dick Grove, though. He told stories and he could elaborate them and blow them up to astronomical proportion, and he knew that whoever he was talking to wasn't there at the time, so he could
So,
elaborate any fucking story he
yeah.
wanted, and they would just be grateful for him telling the story because they naturally would believe what he's saying to be gospel.
Yeah, that's like all these people that come out of the woodwork after Lisa died. They can say whatever they want now. They can say mostly whatever they want now, because who's gonna refute them unless somebody
Nobody.
goes out and does the research on
Yeah.
these people and want to call them out, like I was doing, and she needs to to be done. But it I just, the more after reading some of his book and actually reading what Patrick Lacey has to say about Dick Grove, it seems almost like at this point what I've figured out about conspiracy is that it's more or less of an attack on, to me it's more of an attack on Ginger and the whole scope of things. I'm still amazed by Patrick Lacey's research.
But the thing about Dick Grove for me is that he always, even when he wasn't talking about Elvis, he always had this air of arrogance about him. And especially when he was talking about Elvis, it was like he gave the person, whoever was listening to him, whether it be an interviewer or regular Joe Soap, he always gave the impression that he was doing that person a favor. But if you actually think about it, he wasn't doing anybody a favor, because had he not been offered the job by Elvis, he would have been a regular, no disrespect to law enforcement people, but this is in context to him and him alone. He would have been a regular deadbeat police officer from California
Yeah.
that would have probably served out 30 years, 40 years on the force and retired and got a gold watch, and that would have been the end of the story.
Yeah.
But because he worked for Elvis, he had this attitude that, oh no, he was it wasn't even an attitude where you could say he felt privileged to be in that position. It was like almost he felt like it was his right to be there. That's
But,
just the impression I always got from him.
sorry guys, let me go ahead and keep talking. I need to I need to move my chair up a little bit. My legs got jammed. I need to.
And at the end of the day, it's like, I don't know. I've never really had much time for that guy because, I've even wondered if there was ever stories that he told, whether they be at fan conventions or on documentaries, that were absolutely 100% correct. No bullshit, no cotton candy, no inflated egos, just the raw, honest truth.
Yeah,
And I highly doubt it.
kind of like the way Charlie did. Pretty much.
Yeah,
So the whole bone cancer thing, but I don't think Charlie did that out of, hey, this is. Well, I think it's just something that he believes that somebody told him.
yeah.
I don't know how in the
And
hell I managed to get my headphone cable wrapped around my. Well, never mind. My right leg. Crazy.
you seem to have a propensity for cables.
Well, they have a propensity for me. They turn into little snakes and slither after me. I don't know what it is. I have more tissue. You know that sound problem we had last night with on the radio at the end? That it's gone.
Uh-huh.
I don't know where the hell
That's
it
it.
went, but it's gone. It's like that's the thing about technology. Just give me old freaking regular straight cables. Forget the wireless shit. All that stuff. I want to go back to the time when I could watch Woody Woodpecker every Saturday morning. That's when my
You
anyway.
want to hear something crazy? I've never ever seen a Woody Woodpecker
Uh,
cartoon.
my mom's had an old. She bought it when I loved Woody Woodpecker. She said she used to put it on the TV, and when I was in my high chair eating, and I would just laugh and at the laugh, and um, but she's got a video of my it got lost over the years, but she's got a video, the only video of me as a little kid at that age, 2 years old. I'm sitting in a high chair, got freaking spinach all over my face, and just grinning, watching Woody the Woodpecker. That's a great story, huh? A little bit better than Dick Groves pulling a gun on Elvis.
Thinking back to the story with the Pantera, with a
Yeah,
bullet hole in the steering wheel and in the floorboard. Thinking about it, because that's a very confined space.
yeah.
Elvis damn lucky that fucking bullet didn't ricochet. And
Or
him or
burst an eardrum
him,
when it went off.
yeah.
Because
Or
you're in a closed
fucking,
corner. If you got the door, because if you've got the door closed, your windows are up, and you do that, a bullet puts compression. I mean,
hmm
air, and plus as a lot of, depending on what type of a gun, I'm sure it wasn't a little pea shooter. So I'm sure. But if it went all the way through the floorboard and the steering wheel, that was a pretty powerful freaking gun.
yeah.
Kathleen, oh my God, here we go. I love Woody Woodpecker. And yo, I have real woodpeckers in my yard, and why are you all talking about a dick? I think Kathleen just popped in. That's all I can do. Here we go.
Kathleen has been officially corrupted.
God,
She goes into the software store to reload the software, and it says error, hard drive permanently damaged. Please continue.
she'll type. She'll, I'm not even. No, I can't do that. All right. All right. So here's a cool
Well,
thing. What's that?
you and I both know. Well, I guess if ever you need your chair repaired, you can send it to Kathleen. She'll fix it for you.
Have my what?
Your chair.
Oh, my chair. Yeah. I don't know what that means.
I'm referring to the comment she made in Discord last week.
Oh yeah. Okay. I'll leave that one alone. Lori. Yeah. Yeah. It was fun. You guys got to join us. You guys got to, if you want to be a part of Discord, to get in the chat, or when you get the app, it'll be a whole lot easier for a lot of you because you do it all from one spot. And what's cool about this app that I did, because the app I was using to create it, they lost all my files. So I went to someone else that I had started with first, but they were too complicated. But after using the other one, I learned some shit. So I went back and I uploaded theirs, and that's what we got now. It's beautiful. Much better than the other one. The other one looked like it was made by some pretender defender, spelling wrong. You spelled Presley wrong. Anyway. All right. So I got a couple of cool films here. They're audience recordings like I've been playing. Now, I've got a question about one of the concerts. I'm afraid these wheels are going to fall off. One of these concerts, I might have a gut feeling. I don't know which shows she saw, but this might be one of the shows that Patty went to. This is in Charlotte, North Carolina. And it's actually quite long, but it comes in and out. But you guys, so I'm just giving you fair warning. This isn't epic. Definitely not epic. It's not even Elvis on tour. It's not even a 8mm. Well, it is 8mm, but they've been enhanced a little bit. The music's pretty good. So this one right here is in Charlotte, North Carolina. It's fairly long. March 20th, 1976, the evening show. They did 2 shows that day, an afternoon show and an evening show. This is the evening show. I know a few guys was weeping. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
What have we got? What to do? We'll have to give that one more shot there. Oh, you guys are. We're definitely going to have to open the show with a rating. I don't even know what we'd rate it.
Oh no.
All right. Are we through with the woodpeckers? Oh, on, here we go. All right, now that might be pushing it a little bit too far. We got to. Well, of course, it was fine the other day when all we could get was emojis.
Oh goodness.
You guys are killing me. All right. So, anyways, let's get back to this film. This was recorded. Laughing. Hey, they're out there. Huh. All right. So here we go. March 20th, 1976, Charlotte, North Carolina. I don't know how this is 32 minutes long. Oh, Patty said she was here at this concert. Very cool. Not bad for an audience recording.
No, not at all. Very clear.
Wow. Oh, look at that. Was that a Martin? Looks like a Martin head.
Yeah.
That's not me. That's the video doing that. It jumps around in songs, so. Well, that's pretty damn clear, guys.
Very cool. Oh, look who's on the drums. Larry London.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's it. Thank you very much. You know, almost made it. Really, almost made it. I almost made it. Really, you know. A little more practice, a little more shines, not too few spoons, and, you know, I get out. Because when you do, well, I said, I got to warm up. Oh, yeah. Well, I said, I got to warm up. The way across town, it's good to me. Oh, yeah. She's my baby. Don't you understand?
He looks and sounds great.
Yeah, considering the sound is not too bad either.
Yeah, I mean, you know, they're picking up all those little car toy little microphones that are built into whatever they're recording with, and you know, the fact that they can do this and it comes out decent.
Do you think this footage has been cleaned up a little bit?
Yes, it tells it on the sold out box. It says it has been enhanced.
Oh,
you know, just to kind of clarify it, which is, you know,
but
cool.
Still, if it would have had to have been very good quality film to begin with, otherwise they wouldn't. Of course, there's no noise on the picture at all.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I picked that right away, Patty.
Of course, we got the piano tuned way up where it sounds low. You know, he's actually saying no but to make him feel good and keep the statue the lowest place in the world in that world. Big time, baby.
Okay, real quick, an answer to the question. This is the guitar right there he's playing. This is from March. This is a Gibson custom Dove. If you want one made today, replica of just by that by Gibson, it's $16,000. But you can buy the new model now for only $6,000.
Jeez.
That's more than I paid for all my guitars put together.
I would have said it was the Martin, because it doesn't really look like the Gibson from afar.
Yeah, it's a Gibson. See, it's the
because it doesn't have all the regular Gibson markings that the person's become accustomed to.
Yeah,
apart from maybe the bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
All right, guys, here we go. Back to it. Oh, real quick. Talking about woodpeckers. This was outside my window a few years ago. He starts beating in a minute. Look at him. I was sitting outside my window at the house we lived in before we bought this house. Pretty cool, huh? I couldn't figure out what the hell that noise was, and then, damn, it's a woodpecker. Daddy knows they're woodpeckers. Yeah. I hope you all are turning my gospel hour tomorrow. It might turn into 2 hours after this. My mom. Oh, that thing sparkles, that jumpsuit. If anybody wants a copy of this, let me know. Send you the link.
Churning iron and burning fire.
power in his voice.
He looks pretty damn good, really.
Yeah.
I'd like to do a medley of some. Oh, well, bless my soul, what's wrong with you? Now y'all be careful now, really, you know. What you got, sweetheart? That's beautiful. Did you do that? I just keep it, okay? Now wait a minute. It's not. I gotta tell you folks something. Everybody got kissed. I kissed somebody last night, and I caught the creeping crud, and if I got it. I get it, you got it. Let me put this little guy on stage. Today's your birthday, and he's your boy. What do you want him to do? You want to kiss? You want to kiss you when he kiss him?
You know, there's a video out there that Ed said of him going up on stage. I wonder if this is it. Remember Ed from King's Court said one time that he...
Yeah, I'm trying to think now.
I'll have to check with him.
Yeah.
Can he do imitation? Can he do hound dog, man?
That's so cool. He just like drops into it. Okay, let's do it with it.
Yeah.
him. He's so shy, he don't know what to do. He actually looks like he's enjoying himself.
Yeah, he is. Doesn't he?
Doesn't look tired. He's not rushing.
Try to come in. This guy said he didn't just the scar for his wife or he'll die. She'll die. Somebody. Cheers. Cheers. He told her wife I swear on it, so I don't know what to do. Thank you, honey. Here it is my camera before.
That's so cool.
You do how about?
He's doing.
Where you going, baby?
Yeah, freaking red scarf, man.
So natural, just drawn to him. He puts his arm around him.
Hi, baby. I'm running the other way. I'd like to introduce the members of my group if I can, figure it out. So far it's been touch and go. I'd like to introduce the ladies first. On the rhythm guitar, Springfield, Missouri, John Wilkerson.
Sounds like all he was doing was playing the mid-range tones.
On the center bass up in Canada, ladies and gentlemen, is Jerry Schiff. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We have a new record that came out this past week. It's simply called Now you are
Well, that was a quick ending. All right, so that was pretty good recording.
Very cool.
I was kind of impressed with that. All right, we got one more here. This is from August 19th, the opening show for Las Vegas, 1974. And I believe he's wearing the peacock suit in this one. So part of it's not real good at the beginning, but it picks up. It's not, I don't think it's as good as this one we just watched, but anything with Elvis is good. Very good. That's what Grover says. Who the hell Grover is? I don't know.
Sounds not bad.
Big boss man. Work hard in the daytime. Rest easy at night, big boss.
Let me figure this out. Why was that starting at the end of it? Good Lord. Oh, because I started the wrong one, dumbass.
Big boss man. Work hard in the daytime. Rest easy at night, big boss man. Big boss man.
Sounds
Ain't
better.
you hear what I call big boss man? I said you ain't so. You just talk. Big boss man. Big boss man. Can't talk to me when I call big boss man. Big boss man. Big boss man. Big boss man. Can't talk to me when I call big boss man. Big boss man. I said you ain't. You just talk.
That's definitely Ronnie.
I said you ain't. You just talk. It's all.
The band has a whole different feel when you're on.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Take it up. Gonna find some people who live. You don't have to worry, cause you have no money. People on the river are happy to give us a big wheel. Keep on turning. Round and keep on burning.
Yeah, it's 1974.
Rolling on the river. Rolling on the river. Rolling on the river. Rolling on the river. Thank you very much. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Janie, 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 Janie.
Wow.
Janie, 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 Janie. Janie, 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 Janie. Yeah. What does it matter? What does it matter?
Very cool.
I don't miss you.
Well, I'm going to tell you one thing why this sounds so good is because they're in the hotel theater. They're not in an arena, so they're not getting that echo sound. So they're able to pick it up better.
Yeah, but I've also heard, like, because I thought, it's maybe just the acoustics of the hotel, because I've heard audience recordings at the hotel that were like really shit.
Well, that has to do with what they're using too.
Uh,
if they're trying to record with some cheap ass little pocket recorder, they ain't going to get it. But if they're recording with a nice, uh, um, camera, even back then they had, expensive cameras that had really nice audio pickup. So, some of it has to do with that.
Because with this quite nice. You got the full spectrum. You could just run it through some software and take a little bit of the echo out and boost the
Hmm.
levels a little bit, and you'll have something very comfortable to listen to.
Yeah.
It's midnight, and I miss you. I know you're a lonely woman, and I love you. But someone else is waiting, and he owns you. If he should ever wake up, be sure his story is straight, love. If you talk in your sleep, don't mention my name. If you walk in your sleep, forget where you came. Meeting every night here in the shadow. So afraid that sometime he may follow. There's always a chance to find us, so I don't need to remind. If you talk in your sleep, don't mention my name. If you walk in your sleep, forget where you came. Love is always sweeter when it's borrowed, but I feel a little easier to borrow. Don't give our secret away. Be careful what you say. If you talk in your sleep, don't mention my name. If you walk in your sleep, forget where you came. Forget where you came now. Forget where you came. Mention my name now. Forget where you came now. Mention my name now. Forget where you came now. Mention my name now. If you walk in your sleep, don't mention my name. Don't mention my name.
I'm really impressed with the quality of the sound from a camera.
Very cool.
It's
Very
better
cool.
than some of these soundboards I've heard.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I was saying earlier. That's why I was saying earlier, compared to some of the other stuff that I've heard, audience recordings that I've heard come out of the hotel, I at one stage thought, okay, maybe it's because it's so large, it's natural that you're going to lose some sound through reverberation and echo and that kind. But this is awesome.
You know, the hotel is the smallest arena he ever played in.
Yeah.
It only had 2,200 seats, but the acoustics were perfect for it. I mean, it was just there was the walls were acoustically made and the ceilings were, so there was no bounce. And plus, when you get bodies in there, that even lessens the reverberation.
Yeah.
But if you get a bad recording from inside the hotel, you know, you got shitty equipment. That's just pretty much it.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Whew. That's a weird song, you know that? That's not about me. I didn't write that song about myself because I don't do that. Wherever you go, wherever you may wander in your life, surely you know I always want to be there, holding your hand and standing by to catch you when you fall, seeing you through with everything you do. Let me be there in your morning, let me be there in your night, let me change whatever's wrong, make it right. Let me take you to that wonderland that only two can share. All I ask, let me be there, let me be there. Watching you grow and going through the changes in your life. Well, that's how I know. So I always want. Let me be there in your morning. Let me be there in your night. Let me change whatever's wrong and make it right. Make it right. Let me take you to that wonderland that only you can share. All I ask you is let me be there. Let me be there in your morning. Let me be there in your night. Let me change whatever's wrong and make it right. Make it right. Let me take you through that wonderland that only you can share. All I ask you, let me be there. All I ask you, let me be there. Let me be there. Let me be there. Let me be there.
Make it a week 5.
Yeah. I'll be there in your night. Let me change whatever's wrong and make it right. Make it right. Let me take you to that wonderland that only you can share. All I ask you, let me be there. Let me be there. All I ask you, let me be there. Let me be there. Let me be there. Let me be there. Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much. Give me a chair. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. The song. And I'd like to tell it to you as it was told to me. A man was dying, and his wife had been sitting by his bedside for 3 days and 3 nights. And somewhere on the third day, between midnight and the dawn, she dozed off to sleep. And I don't want to do it. No. Okay. Love me tender, she got a new mind. Love me true, never let me go. Tell me, I'll be yours through all the years. Till then you got cheated, huh? My darling, I love you, and I always will. Down in Louisiana, where the alligators grow so mean, There lives a girl that I swear to the world made the alligator look tame. Oh, Sally, you got your grand. Yeah. Everybody said it was a shame. Cause the mama wasn't working on a chain.
You have to call in Dr. Bogation.
Every day before suppertime, you go down a bloody truck patch. Take her with the full Sally along, carry it home in a two-side. You got your grand. Yeah. Everybody said it was a shame, but the mama wasn't working on a chain gang. Hey, there. Get it right. Her daddy was lazy and low count, claimed he had a bad back. All her brothers were fit for her. She said, watermelons out of my throat, patch folks out of that. Yes, they are. Everybody said it was a shame, because the mama was working on a chain gang. His heart a little folks out of dummy. Knew what they were doing. Soggle it, soggle, 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 Lord have mercy. Thank you very much. Let me walk around and, yes, honey. Yeah, huh? What? After the show. Hang
I
loose.
swear to God, that quality of the audio.
Okay. I'd like to take this opportunity to introduce myself, to introduce the members of my group. Never said a word. Was it something I done? Something that she heard my baby left me? All I know now is what I love is gone. My baby left me. My baby left me.
Get into it, Batman.
My baby left me. My baby left me.
When he does that song on the Memphis album, oh my God, I can imagine being in that arena. I mean, it's just power. Talk about power.
It's a pity you didn't do it
Thank you.
earlier.
What's that?
It's a pity you didn't start doing it earlier.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Oh, here we go.
Fever when you hold me. Don't you dare hear me feel. When you kiss it in the morning, fever all through the night. Fever, come on, quit. That's enough. Quit. Fever. Okay. Thank you very much. Only fools rush in. Oh, but I can help falling in love with you. Shall I stay? Would it be if I can't help falling in love with you? Like a river flows.
I think I know what they did with the sound here. I bet you they had a soundboard recording, then they came across the video and they
Oh, and then
dubbed it.
spliced together.
Because
Yeah.
when it got towards the end, that was too good. That was too good a quality to come of unless you got a professional camera, and that was no professional type of camera as far as film and stuff like. But I tell you what, it sure made it enhanced it. I wasn't for sure how these were going to go over today because I didn't watch them. This is the first time I've watched them with y'all, and that's what I like to do. So, I think what I'm going to do, you guys, I know some of you are interested in having some of these clips, so I'm going to create a folder on my Google Drive, and it'll be an access that, if somebody wants to get one of the clips, then I'll give you access to that folder. It'll be for the Elvis-A-Z folder. And then I'll put these up there for a little period of time, then I'll take them down and put some new ones up. So I'll put the 2 today that we did. Actually, I'll put all the ones that I've played so far in the last couple of weeks all up on the drive. If you're interested in accessing the videos, either email me or I'll put the link in the Discord and the video channel of the Discord so that people can access the videos. So you can get it either way, but just make sure that you email me if you want the link and you're not part of Discord. But you don't know what you're missing with Discord, especially the Blue Moon chat. The Blue Moon chat. Y'all seen my new? Have I showed y'all my new logo? Our new logo for Blue Moon Radio.
That's pretty cool.
That's the new Blue Moon Radio logo. So that's what we'll be using from now on. Yes, it's Chat GPT created, but so was the other one. So
It's very nice.
yeah, so we're going to be using that. I got to get it on the radio app. But just remember, when we get the apps going, you will have Elvis 24/7 accessible to you all the time, free, no commercials, all Elvis 24/7. You don't have to listen to some ads. I pay extra to get no ads free. So you guys, you can Bluetooth it. My tongue used to be faster when I was younger, so that didn't really sound too good. I did it. I think I better shut up. I need to go off camera for a second.
From woodpeckers to slow tongues. Alrighty then. I think we need to change the radio station from Blue Moon to, I don't know, any suggestions?
All right, I'm back. I behaved myself. I have the worst habit of thinking before I think. So what was I talking about? I don't know what I was talking about, but anyway, join Discord if you want to be part of the chats when we do the radio. But the radio will always be available to anybody if they want to Bluetooth it to their car or to your house. And I'm not going to knock Sirius or anything like that, but Sirius has commercials and all that, and you have to pay for it to get it. We are free. Yeah, I guess I'm going to Blue Radio. There you go. Yeah, I think I'm in timeout now. Glad my wife's not home. I think I would see her pop in that time. All right, guys. Anything else you got, Cam? Want to talk about anything else? Epic. For all of you that are in the fan club group that we have that we're working on the fan club, I'm going to put a message in there after the show's over. Check it out. It's really something that you all need to check out. It's something that I need to communicate to you all in the chat. So, kind of an invitation.
A very important public service announcement.
Yeah, so get into it. And then next week, we're going to catch up on Zoom. Since I didn't get any phone calls back, I want to do some really pushing this week. And then I'll have the merch store open by next week, too, because I put some more and Natalie and some people have been creating some other kind of cool little graphics that, we could use for some merch. But we've pretty much established the permanent logo for the fan club. Right now, we have to kind of use I think we decided we're just going to kind of move forward and wait till they say what we can do. But anyway, and that all works together with the whole Memphis trip. So for those of you who are wanting to join in on the Memphis trip on the 50th anniversary, stand by, because information will be coming out about what we're doing and what the whole plan is as soon as we get some more details. I'm trying to work. I've called the convention bureau there. I did get a return call back from them, but I, like an idiot, didn't answer because I didn't recognize the number. So when they left a message, I did. So I tried to call them back. Of course, they didn't answer. So we're playing phone tag. So I'm going to keep trying to get a hold of them and see what there is for group rates and stuff like that. The challenge we have right now is none of the hotels right now that I have found, unless you're part of a group that have reserved for a block of rooms, you can't just call and say, I want a reservation for that date, because they don't book that far in advance unless it's group rates. So we might have to try to negotiate some kind of group rate with them. And we have a certain, this is my job. This was my job working in hospitality. So I'm very familiar with stuff like this. So we'll tell them that, we're looking for possibly, don't say 20 rooms, and we'll give you a confirmed date, a confirmed amount by a certain date, or they will have to they would have had to reserve the rooms by a certain date. And if you don't meet a quantity, there's a little bit of a penalty sometimes, but we could negotiate some. I'm still trying to reach some of I swear to God, ever since that wheel fell off, I'm trying to reach out to some of my old associates, but Jesus, when I think about it, it's been like 20 years. Some of them might not even be making reservations anymore, if you know what I mean. All right, guys. Nothing else I have. Tomorrow morning, Gospel Hour. I might push it a little bit longer tomorrow. Seems like an hour goes by, but I do have the coffee date at 1, so Gospel's at 10, 11:30. That gives me an hour and a half, and generally by the time I wake up in the morning, the show's ready to go anyways. And we will hopefully see you all tomorrow. Kathy, I'm ready to go. Just need a room to stay, or I'll stay in a rental. That's funny. We'll go get some tents. We'll sleep out with the woodpeckers.
They're gonna have to give us a hurricane-proof hotel, because the group of us in there, we're gonna cause riots.
Yeah. All right, guys. I got a cool song for today. Honor outgo. Rut-roll. And this is right here. And I thought that this would be a good one to go out with.
My baby's long and tall, shaped like a cat.